Hello, I'm Queen Bee and welcome to my channel. Green Hell is one of the most brutal survival games ever made. The jungle wants you dead, and if you're new to the game, chances are you've already died to a snake, jaguar, infection, parasite, or simply forgetting to save your game. Today I'm sharing my 20 Green Hell tips and tricks that will make surviving and thriving in the Amazon much easier, whether you're playing story mode, survival, or Spirits of Amazonia. Tip 1. Listen to the jungle. One of the biggest mistakes new players make is relying too much on their eyes. In Green Hell, your ears are even more important. Listen carefully for rattlesnakes and spiders lurking in the jungle. Most dangerous creatures can be heard before they're seen. If you're constantly sprinting through the jungle, eventually you're going to run straight into something venomous. So slow down and let the sounds of the rainforest warn you before disaster strikes. Tip 2. Check every bag you find. Whenever you arrive at a POI, search every backpack and bag that you can find. Most players focus only on the tools and the blueprints and completely overlook the valuable supplies that are hidden inside. You can often find nuts, candy bars and other food items that can really help. Never assume that a bag is empty until you've checked it. Tip 3. Never ever sleep on the ground. Let's get one thing straight, sleeping on the ground is gonna give you worms. Just don't do it. Craft a simple leaf bed or use a bed at a POI. Many POIs have them, such as the abandoned village, the plane crash, and the fishing shack. They have ready-made beds for you to use, so avoid sleeping on the floor at all costs. If you do pass out on the ground, be prepared to deal with a sanity hit and worms under your skin. To treat those, you'll need a bone needle or a fish bone to pick those suckers out. Tip 4. Always build a save point. This may be the most important tip of the entire video. Whenever you establish a camp, even a temporary one, build a save point. A simple frame with a banana leaf roof is ideal because it gives you shelter for your fire and a save point, and if there's no beds to hand, it's got space enough underneath there for a leaf bed. The second you forget to save is usually the second Green Hell decides it's time to throw a jaguar, snake bite or infection at you. So trust me, save often. Tip 5. Secure your water supply early. Water is absolutely critical in Green Hell. If you're lucky enough to build beside a river, then life becomes infinitely easier because you can boil the water whenever you need it. But if you're not near a water source, solving your water problem should be your highest priority. The water collector blueprint can be found at the drug facility in story and survival mode, or at the stranded boat in Spirits of Amazonia. It's simple to build, and the best part is that it collects water even when it isn't raining, and it even works indoors. Tip 6. Carry clean water with you. Now the main map in Green Hell is huge, and travelling without clean water is asking for trouble. Whenever you find a green coconut, remove the husk, drink the coconut water, and use the shell to craft a bidon with a bit of rope. This allows you to carry clean water with you wherever you go. Later in the game you can upgrade to the larger canteen, which can be found near the overturned Jeep POI. Tip 7. Half coconuts are more useful than you think. Now, when you get a coconut and you drink the water, you can then choose to harvest it, and it will split into 2 halves, and then you harvest those halves again, and you get coconut flesh. You also get the coconut half bowls. Half coconut shells can be used to collect rainwater and can also be placed directly on the fire to cook soups. As soon as possible, you can upgrade to tortoise shells or the cooking pot, which can be found at the drugs facility. Tortoise shells and cooking pots have extra capacity, making life significantly easier. Tip 8. Soup never burns or spoils. One of the best food mechanics in Green Hell is soups. Cooked meat spoils, food left lying around spoils, soup don't, and they also can't burn. That means you can leave them sitting on your fire, ready for whenever you need them. Tip 9. Use drying racks and smokers properly. Now, food dried on the drying rack will spoil slower than normal cooked food, but similarly to soups, food on a drying rack or a smoker effectively pauses its spoiler time. As long as it remains on the rack, it won't spoil. The most important thing to remember is if the timer has expired and you pick the food up, it will instantly spoil in your hand. So leave it on the rack and eat it directly from the rack wherever possible. Tip 10. Watch for the magnifying glass, guys. The magnifying glass icon in the bottom left of your screen means something's wrong with your body. In Green Hell, something is always trying to kill you, so whenever it appears, inspect your body immediately. You could have cuts, infections, parasites, worms, venom wounds, or leeches attached to you. The leeches are particularly common, and if left untreated will slowly drain your sanity. So make your body inspections regularly. Tip 11. Upgrade your bandages. Basic bandages can be crafted from molinera leaves, which you can find in the jungle, but as you progress you'll want more specialised dressings. Tobacco dressings help treat venomous wounds, ash dressings help prevent infections and reduce laceration time. Lily dressings have antihistamine and antitoxin properties. Honey dressings treat wounds without the risk of infection. Goliath dressings prevent infection. Another handy addition to your medkit is ants. Harvested from anthills while wearing armour, ants can be used as natural stitches for lacerations. Tip 12. Stay clean. Building structures, harvesting animals and everyday activities can make your character dirty. Dirty hands can cause parasites when eating. Dirty wounds can become infected. Wash yourself regularly in rivers, showers, or simply stand out in the rain. Staying clean is one of the easiest ways to avoid unnecessary problems. But if you do get parasites, one of the easiest fixes is to eat some orange or blue mushrooms. Tip 13. Campfires protect your sanity. Sanity is one of Green Hell's most unique survival mechanisms. Low sanity leads to disturbing hallucinations and eventually hostile tribesmen appearing in your mind. One simple way to avoid this and to recover sanity is by spending time near your campfire. It's a small detail, but one that can save you from a lot of trouble later. Tip 14. Manage your energy. Low energy affects more than just your ability to stay awake. It impacts your ability to draw a bow, start fires, and perform other basic survival tasks. Sleeping is the obvious solution, but blue mushrooms found growing on some of the large trees are one of the best early game energy foods available. I like to refer to them as my Red Bull. Learn to recognise them. Tip 15. Learn fire starting early. Building a fire is only half the job. You need to have the energy, a fire starter, such as a hand drill, and some dry tinder to light it. Birds' nests can be found around the jungle, on logs and trees, and make excellent tinder. Alternatively, harvest green leaves and leave them to dry in your backpack. Having a reliable source of dry tinder can save a lot of frustration. My top tip is the first thing I do when I spawn into a game is I'll harvest some green leaves, leave them in my backpack, just in case I can't find a bird's nest. That will result in me having some tinder that I can use crucially on my night one fire. Tip 16. Craft armour as soon as you can. Armour can literally save your life. Start with leaf armour or even better stick armour as soon as possible. It's cheap, easy to make and far better than wearing nothing at all. It will protect your arms and legs. As soon as you start hunting animals, upgrade to bone armour for significantly better protection, and later armadillo. And finally, should you wish, metal armour gives a whopping 90% protection. Tip 17. Steady your bow. I really wish I'd have known this a lot sooner, guys. When using a bow in Green Hell, draw the arrow and hold shift. This steadies your aim and dramatically reduces the sway for a short time. Mastering this simple mechanic makes hunting easier and helps you land vital headshots against predators and tribesmen. Tip 18. Watch out for centipedes. Now, even gathering building materials can be dangerous in Green Hell. Listen for high-pitched scratching sounds while carrying logs, leaves or other materials. That's a centipede hiding inside. Drop it immediately before it bites you. I usually then kill them and throw them into a composter so they don't go to waste. Tip 19. Build a resource sledge. So if you're planning a serious base build, build a sledge, or just build a sledge anyway because they're cool. Building a sledge gives you the ability to be able to transport large quantities of logs and materials at once, saving enormous amounts of time. It's one of the biggest quality of life upgrades in this game. I remember when I was building at the fishing village, or the fishing shack, and I wanted to build out of bamboo, which was on the other side of that big river. So I'd literally take 2 or 3 sleds over there, build them all up with bamboo and then bring them back and be building for days. Tip 20. Build up in the trees. Now there's so many wonderful locations for building in this game, but there is the ability to build tree houses, and if you want to stay particularly safe, this is a really good, fantastic long-term base idea. They offer increased safety, great views, plenty of building options. They look really cool. You can affix a climbing rope to them so you can get up and down. If you're using a climbing rope, remember you can only carry individual items up there. However, for everyday use, wherever you're building, if you built like a 3-story building, or if you're building in the trees, you can craft an elevator, and that will make transport of bulk items so much easier. So you can drag your sledge, pop your items in the elevator, and then up it goes to your treehouse or your 3rd story or whatever. It makes building at higher elevations dramatically easier, and one of the best upgrades you can make. So there you have it. Those are my 20 green hell tips and tricks that will help keep you alive and help you thrive in one of the toughest survival games ever made. If you've got any tips of your own, please drop them in the comments below. If you're still struggling, I've got a day 1 tutorial out there. I've got a health and ailments and treatments tutorial out there. And if you found this guide useful, don't forget to like, sub, and I'll see you for the next one.